You have a number of Trinity builds. You can fix Circuit. You can fix Trinity. I should... Outreach. What's going on, homie? What you been up to? Been doing good. Playing with some builds. You'll fix where you Letty, don't worry. I believe in you, hubby. Do you think white and lighter blue would work for Neja fashion? Oh, I don't know until you try. A lot of materials change how things feel, so it's kind of hard. Gotta get the glyph for her. True, gotta get them glyphs. Why is it not level 225? You can't have level 225 in the ballroom? Why? Why? Well, this simulacrum's dead to me. Rest in peace, my balls. I'm alright. MR16. Don't die of COVID outreach. I like Sanctum the best. I like Asteroid. The new simulacrum only goes to 202. Makes me so sad. Hey Bard, I want you to do me a favor. I need you to see a Banshee build. Which Banshee build are you after? Level cap or just base to death? Ballrooms, because it's got balls. Nice. Level cap? Remind me here in a little bit. Oh. Actually, message me in game and I'll send it over. It's kind of like a nice simulacrum too. Like, I like this. This is nice. I can shoot the enemies from its spawns, like the asteroid. Like, hit stuff with beams. So unfortunate. What if I just do electricity? And then blast for memes. I blow up cars. That's what happens. Tee-hee funnies. This is such a nice sim. Sad. Because the number 200. Makes me so sad. Double cap setups. Steel paths generate. Yeah, message me in game and I'll send them over really quick. I know, it's so sad. I want it. I need it. I need it. Oh man. Anyway. Back to the asteroid tile set. Doop, 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 doop. Here's a new player. Should focus on quests or mastery? Quests. 100% quests. Mastery will come. Sorry, that was kind of a short answer. It's, I don't think you should hard focus on either one. But there's a lot of things in the game that'll give you mastery. Like completing star chart mode just gives you mastery. I think just be playing around with builds and enjoying the game is gonna like benefit you a lot while you're doing quests and going through the game, because it is very much about the journey. If you see something that catches your eye or feels good, you know, take a little break and enjoy that and do some builds and just, you know, just enjoy it a bit. Yeah. But overall, I would not advise hard focusing mastery. Because at the end of the day, like, mastery kind of doesn't matter. And this is coming from an LR4 that has everything done. I've been playing this game too. I've had too many hours in this game, like actual just, you know what I mean? Just too many hours. Behold, I have not gotten 5 levels the Reconifix. This is what I have left for mastery in the game. Behold. So this is good for me and saying it doesn't matter. Like after a certain point, like I don't know, we'll say MR 12 to 15 or something like that. It really just mastery is not like an end all be all. It's a goal in a sea of goals. Like it is a sandbox game after a there's a fish right there. It's a sandbox game very, very quickly. Very quickly. And yeah, I don't know. You mean you need a bit of plat, like a little bit. In my opinion, for potatoes and weapon slots and warframe slots, mainly for those. But plat, yeah, I'm also primarily a free-to-play player. I will buy Tenno gen. I don't buy plat. I just trade for it. Shout out to the homies who put money into the game for letting me pay for free. Like, you know, sitting in there. I normally float around 10k plat. But yeah, you're welcome, man. It's just nice to have potatoes and warframe slots and stuff. Just get a little trade, a little warframe market. You know, a little cosmetic here or there. Treat yourself, but at the end of the day, you can get everything in the game for free. Just may take some time. But yeah, I'm like mostly free to play. Is it bad that I love the online soundtrack? No, it's a great thing. It's a fantastic soundtrack, average. Warframes hit me as extra trophy to be always so trivia. That is kind of funny, Chibi. Interesting. You're a plat player? Hey, I mean, appreciate you putting money into the game. Dark Jester, what's going on? That was one of my favorite homies. I mean, good. Does do damage. Enemy. All right. We get into my friends list. Accept friend request. He rolled a mean ogre's rivet. Nice. Very nice. Big squad again. Been around for years. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. But yeah, I mean, I started this game when I was in high school, and I'm turning like 31 in what month is this? 2 months? Yeah, 2 months. I'll be turning 31. So this game's been around forever.
Hey yo, ain't that look easy?
I'm stupid. No, why'd you do magnetic? No, thank you. Wait, I'm dumb. I have an idea. Good luck with Cascades Fissures tonight? Not yet, Octavia. Welcome in. What'd you get on your ribbon there, Jester? Link my builds for you, Banshee. Repair. Gotcha. Banshee. This. I don't remember. I might have messed with a bunch of stuff. I was testing something for somebody. There you go. It's my level cap Banshee. Here's my not level cap Banshee. Little evade, little weapons platform. But there's that. What was I working on? Sight. Oh, I wish fish would open. That'd be amazing. Takes a while to get. But yeah, I really hope that for new players' sake, this has no effect on me in the slightest. I think it would be nice to have a few like nuggets in the mastery as going up to get potatoes Lower the build time for Warframes. Like 3 days is quite a while. Even at 2 days total, not 3.5 days, what it is now. Give some potatoes and some more Warframe. You don't, no, not potatoes. Warframe slots, Warframe and weapon slots. Sprinkle them in some of them early masteries. Just, I know it increases a bit of server bloat on like people just dabbling in the game, but give some incentives to keep going and stuff. Because I know some players get put off by like, oh, now I have to spend money, and they get the wrong impression about the game that you kind of have to put money into the game, and you really don't. You really kind of don't. It's just kind of a longer term game, which I know a lot of the other games are like that too. But just hear me out. Just a couple. Doesn't have to be a lot. Now I think of it, I was thinking wrong element and sights, second ability in the cascade the other night. Oh my god, really? That's funny. Is Ambrix good? Gimmick and crack driven. I've never really pushed the Ambrix. For base steel bath, it works fine. Crit damage electric CC. Interesting. With a certain loadout, you can make that work, Jester. A very specific loadout. It's like, yeah, what's the timer for it? It's like 72 hours plus another 12. Yeah. 84 is a bit long. And then give some direction on like where to get frames. When they pull up the market and they're looking at Rhino, it should be like, my dude, my fam, my girl, my non-denominational gender person. Go to the Jackal, get the parts, do the thing. Just a bit of direction. I think that would be a big W. Just a bit of direction on there, because there's just a lot of free-to-play homies that would help a lot on. I was using Toxid. And you had Toxid, your parasite? Hot. Do you watch other content streamers? I guess to say I'm friends with other other streamers and things. How do I put? There's two sides to that question. Unless they're like, generally speaking, don't bring up so-and-so made a video on this build. I like the exploration of building. I don't like it to be just, and I like the theory crafting with people, and stuff. So not that, but I am friends with like Dinos. There's a bunch of homies. Dinos. There's a bunch of homies. I'll hang out, watch, and vibe with, and things like that. I'm friends with. So I guess to say there's like two sides to that question. It's hard to split hairs. But generally, yeah, I don't love, like, there's a lot of ways to play this game, and that's the basis of me helping players in general, helping out the Tenno, is I'm teaching people how to build. I don't super love to just give a build to everyone and be like, this works on everything, because there's a lot of ways to, like, to do the same thing. It's more of like finding a build that works for that person's play style so that it'll work. Because if I tell somebody to run rolling guard and they roll for their parkour little, brain turning offy thing, or they just never use rolling guard, that's a wasted mod slot. So we have other things and other ways that we can twist things. And that's what I like. Why I use like rapid resilience, because it's more of my style. More passive and more defensive in layers, and there's more offensive build. It's just, I prefer to find a build that works for somebody versus like trying to shove one that kind of works for everybody. If that makes any sense. Go kill the Jackal as you find. Yeah, I want the game to tell us. You know what I mean? That gesture. That's what I mean. Very content. Right? Honestly, yeah, everybody go off. Just go off. Yeah, I kind of go off of more vague things. There's not too many objective things. I am working on like YouTube videos for explainers for this and that on more complicated builds, interactions, and farms that I do that I can't like just quickly spread out. Like my Dorigo is one example. There's a bunch of others. I need to go into some other things that are like wrong on the wiki that, not pointing out that the wiki's wrong. The wiki's a great source. Lovely humans, but there's like some bugs in not bugs, but interactions that are not known full stop. And I will be making like build videos and stuff. And shout out to Zunisfire for like helping me through that process and stuff, because I am not good at that side of things. Like listening to my own voice drives me insane. I hate it. Let me check the Amprex rune. A Tenant Amprex win. Corrosive. I need help with your build. Which frame is it there? Outreach? Like what is it? Don't mind keep it build. Keep in mind I DPM. Don't have a mod. Keep it. What's DPM? If you could be any male frame, including abilities. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Zaku? Probably. Just mentally broken. Physically shows that. Also non-binary, so it just kind of fits into that, I guess. I guess that should be. Should make sense. There's like a play style for her, and she's fantastic for base steel path. I do like her for base steel path. I don't, for the average player, I don't really recommend it for level cap things, for level cap cascades, which is the only type of level cap that has benefits to it, and the only kind of level cap that I do, because it's a good farm and it's just fun and it's a bit challenging, you know. It's fun and it's fast. But for like base steel path and below, yeah, she's entertaining, especially for the homies that like the conjunction survival stuff. There's definitely things in there. She's not for me, and that's for like higher end gameplay, because it just, how do I say, my own playstyle, I don't shield gate spam as a primary means of defense. I'm getting way too into this thought process. I need to like actually look at what I'm doing with my build. Not doing anything, but what were we working on, Foog? I had a full brain fart, you know. So I need to do blast. I want to do, I think thermal sunder's the pick for me on this. Or at least I want to try it. And then
Crazy.
I was crazy once.
They locked me in a room.
A rubber room.
A rubber
Room with rats. Rats make me crazy.
Hey, Elastra Mosh, the stream Rat King.
Okay, so 0.8 mil. What? I reckon I can do something with this. What's your idea, Foog, on using the Galaxian? I've never really gone too far into this weapon, but it seems alright. I wonder if Cuties a vibe, or if Cutie or multi-shot. The options. You have to reclaim your title. I hear you, Astra Bouchy. You handsome devil, you. Let's see. When you started last year, everybody was talking bad about your alien loves. Really? Low cap Mean you're good at the game? Level cap seems luxury. So in about an hour and 15 minutes, give or take, you can get reach level cap in Void Cascades. Sometimes an hour and a half. Depends if you're doing the fissure and a bunch of other variables, but it's around there. Which it's a very engaging gameplay, so it's fun to do once in a while. And it's nice because I get to test my weapons and builds at against tougher enemies. Just because I can't test them in the simulacrum very well because they only go to 225. I don't think that there's like people that are necessarily good at the game or bad at the game. Because there's nothing in the game that's, and it's an optional thing, you know, like it's an arcane farm as well as a bunch of other things farmed, and then you can gamba and get a bunch of plat out of it, which is nice. It's a good source of plat. But any of the other, it's the fastest level cap. From there, it gets really long, and it's the only game mode that you gain. Like, there isn't a reason to go to level cap because you get more arcanes because the Thrax spawn more and more as you go to level cap for it, and that's the only reason I do it, more or less. But yeah, Ureli's a vibe. Ureli has kind of always been a vibe. Ureli was a little rough when she released, and maybe that's just sentiment has kind of remained, maybe. Because she had 75% damage reduction on her board and all this other stuff, especially with the they're coming out with the augment where you don't have to ride the board. It's kind of a vibe, you know. I don't want beam like into this. Lovely 2.2 mil. 1.1 mil. Nice. Thing about the flax is that it's Galaxian is a versatile. Yeah, it's nice because you don't have to get chargers and stuff too, so you can just pull it out and kind of start shooting things, get some nice energy orbs. Yeah, like Jester saying, some energy orbs and things like that. Yeah. I'm still not out of Thrax Bone from our level cap. Not touching Zarvin. It's 1990 to go out. You do get so much Thraxpasm, and it's really nice for Bile. Agreed. Seems alright. Not as much crit, not as much big red number, but 1.4 mil on a yellow crit's kind of nice. Yeah, Ureli's great. I don't know if I still have the loadout for him. I've played quite a bit of Ureli. This build, there's some very interesting interactions you can get too. So if you put armor shards to, what is it? Shout out to Fran for showing me this. So if you put armor shards on Ureli, this is the only way to do this. You can actually put armor on her skateboard. It affects that. It'll also put shields, but I don't think we kind of did the testing and it didn't seem like it did that, but I also didn't do the testing myself. But yeah, you can give armor to her skateboard, which is very interesting. And some other things. My level cap build, I used a mage for it. Little mage build for it, honestly. Actually, I think they could do I hope there's going to be another wave for Trinity Index, like a final adjustment of numbers and stuff. Let some stuff scales. Now that they have some more data, it'll be really fun with it. Yeah, this is all more or less I did. What did I put on? I don't remember what I put on for a pet, to be honest. Or like what I did for my pet. I think I used Coolant Leak, and that was probably the problem. Moltron. Probably the Moltron. No idea what you're doing today, but we're in some secret tank. Yeah, we can run that if you want Dark Jester. We can run the secret tank. The Apex tank. Get my Moltron for Tenacious. Have the AoE weapon. We need Corrosive. Corrosive Cold? Yeah, it'll work. I don't remember what else I did, but this is more or less it. Thanks. Let's see. They say Lavos the next prime frame, then you're really prime. Be able to squat unlock the glyph in the turns. Or is it? It has to be solo. I've gotten all the glyphs, got all that out of the way. I need to get the rest of the 60i one. I've just been lazy, to be honest. Just full stop been lazy. I don't really have an excuse for that, but yeah. But and this is what I do for you, really. I forgot to bubble them. And that's it. Just yeah. And I just remain invisible. But this is for level cap. This is not how I mean, with Cyto 9's ability coming out, I probably wouldn't even do it this way this time. But yeah. This is for specifically, again, level cap. This is not like base steel bat. Base steel bats you don't need anywhere near that level of defense. Like, you don't need stealth and things like that. But this is what I did for it. To be honest, I'm doing kind of stuff. I can't play this hard content because it makes you fun. I appreciate you, Dark Jester. It's like that, such a nice compliment. It means like so much to me. You don't even know. My mainframe, I'll pull it up here. Also
It is a skill issue.
It is Loki, and that is Rebecca Ford saying if you don't like Loki, it is a skill issue. So get chat a little bit here. Sorry, my very average sized cursor is not difficult to use. Come on. Come on, where's the... Come on. Eh. I give up. I give up. Trying to give up. Don't you ominously walk at me. So this was my starter frame. This was my starter frame. I have maxed out affinity. There you go. No Loki propaganda. Correct, there is no Loki propaganda. We're just happen to be propping up an agenda that happens to be like around Loki. We're propping an agenda around Loki. It's not Loki propaganda, but it is low-key propaganda. Low-key propaganda. So, you know what I mean? Like, but it is just like high-key propping up an agenda around Loki, but low-key, it is Loki propaganda. You know what I'm saying? In case you were wondering where the origin of propaganda comes from, it's propping up an agenda. I mean, just rip that band-aid off. I've been saying this for months. How to get Torrids? So the 3 different temples in Fortuna, they just drop from the enemies. I would recommend pulling up the wiki on it to get the exact locations on that one. Vesper. You love Varuna. But yeah, Loki was my starter frame. I didn't play it. He's very good for level cap cascades. No, you're fine, Dark Jester. Have you played more Loki Kraken Relics? It's working. The Loki propaganda is working. I mean, sorry, propping up our agenda around Loki is working. And it's really good. Cyto 9's a fantastic. I don't really have like a favorite, because even if you look at this is 7.2%. 3.3%, 3.1%. Like they're all kind of competing. Like I've played a lot of them. You know, the difference between my most used and like my 10th most used is like 8%. Like I kind of just play everything. Like, you know what I mean? Just all over the place. But whispers, everything look what? Hear me out, Rod. No. Ruin, what's going on? I like to do expedite stuff. Expedite stuff. You can do some wacky things.